When I was growing up as a little girl, we lived the American dream, and we lived off the land. And we had clean air, clean water, and everything was so wonderful, and we weren't sick.
St. James Parish sits on both sides of the Mississippi River, protected by the same levees that failed New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina. But other forces have threatened the community for generations. Sharon Lavigne was one of the first to call attention to the issue.
But 3 or 4 years ago, I lost my neighbor on my right side, and I lost a neighbor on my left side, both from cancer. These industries are poisoning our air, they're poisoning our water.
With over 150 petrochemical plants along an 80-mile stretch of the river, the region has among the highest concentrations of toxic chemicals in the United States. And the predominantly African-American community has cancer rates 50 times higher than the national average, lending the area the morbid nickname, Cancer Alley.
We were going to the health meetings.
I have grandchildren that are sick right now.
We'd leave in anger and despair and hopelessness. And so we were angry inside, just angry, roaring.
Sharon didn't have experience as an activist, but in November 2018, when the Chinese chemical company Wanhua proposed construction of a plastics plant in St. James Parish, she mobilized her neighbors against it.
We had almost 20 people in the garage. I'm sitting up there directing the meeting, didn't know what in the world I was doing. The more they said there was no hope, the more something inside of me riled up.
This project will have devastating effects.
Sharon decided to dedicate herself to working full-time for environmental justice. She founded Rise St. James and soon proved herself to be a natural leader.
We get the word out by doing media work on the radio. Billboards, flyers, ads in the newspaper, letters to the parish council members. We do a lot of education to the public.
Thanks to the intense grassroots campaign that Rise St. James carried out, Wanhua halted construction of the $1.25 billion plastics plant in September 2019.
And we were so happy and excited when the parish council would not accept their application. The people in the community spoke up. That was victory to me.
That victory helped prevent the generation of 1 million pounds of liquid hazardous waste each year and protected residents from additional air and water pollution. But before Rise could hit pause, Formosa Plastics, a Taiwan-based corporation, announced its plan to build a factory a mile from Sharon's home.
We're going to stop Formosa. I don't care what nobody say. The governor, anyone. I'm not afraid. God told me Formosa's not going to do that to us.
For outstanding environmental achievement for North America, the 2021 Goldman Environmental Prize is awarded to Sharon Lavigne, St. James Parish, Louisiana.